Birth, life, death, and so much in between. All the living creatures on this planet have this sort of a journey. But this is not just us. The stars in the universe also have a similar journey. They are also born, they live and die. The difference is that they live a little longer than us, like around 1 billion years longer. What are these stars? How were they born? What do they turn into? Know it all in this video. Stars are huge celestial bodies. They represent the most fundamental building blocks of galaxies and the life giver for organisms, including us. They are mostly made up of hydrogen and helium that produce light and heat in them. They vary in size, mass, and temperature. Our Sun is also a star. The diameter of other stars ranges from 450 times smaller than our Sun to 1000 times larger. Their temperature can range from 3000 degrees Celsius to over 50,000 degrees Celsius. But how is a star born? The first stage of a star's life is its birth. A star is born. A star is born when the clouds of gas and dust condense. These dust clouds are known as nebulae. Over thousands of years, gravity condenses these gases and causes the nebula to collapse under its own weight. These contracting masses of gas are known as a protostar. Millions of years later, when the core temperature of the protostar rises up to 15 million degrees Celsius, the second and longest stage of the star's life begins. This stage is known as the main sequence. In this stage, hydrogen atoms fuse to form helium and generate X-rays, energy and heat. The energy emitted in this process is enormous, keeping the star hot and shining brightly. Stars spend 90% of their life in the main sequence phase. The main sequence of a star lasts for billions of years. Our Sun is in this phase. Our Sun is around 4.5 billion years old and it will last almost 5 billion years more. As a star moves towards the end of its life, much of its hydrogen has been converted to helium in its core. The fusion of hydrogen atoms stops and its core begins to collapse and becomes much hotter. Hydrogen is still available outside the core, so hydrogen fusion continues in a shell surrounding the core. The increasingly hot core pushes the outer layers of the star outward, causing them to expand and cool, transforming the star into a red giant. This is the beginning of an end, and from here, the star can end in various ways. It can become a white dwarf, or a neutron star, or even a black hole, depending upon its size. A small-sized star has a very simple and very long lifespan. The smaller the star, the longer it lives. A star like the size of our Sun lives for around 10 billion years, and a star 100 times larger than our Sun lives for only a few million years. An average-sized star like our Sun becomes a white dwarf. They are roughly the size of our Earth, but with the mass of our Sun. The fate of a star is different for larger stars, 1.4 times larger than our Sun to be precise. This is known as the Chandrasekhar limit. If the size of the collapsed core of a star is between 1.4 and 3 times of solar mass, it collapses until electrons and protons become to form neutrons, and this leads to a neutron star. Neutron stars are very dense, very dense, because they contain so much mass packed into such a small volume. 1 teaspoon of a neutron star material would weigh 4 billion tons. If the collapsed stellar core is larger than 3 solar masses, it collapses completely to form a black hole. Black holes are the objects in space with gravity so strong that even light cannot escape from them. They are one of the strangest and interesting objects in the universe, and they deserve a separate video. This is a journey of stars explained very briefly. There is so much in between and so much in depth. Do share your feedback and suggestions to us and let us know how you like this journey of stars.